Okay, who needs a Mardi Gras wreath? Here's one that's wild and crazy, just like Mardi Gras. This will be going into the shop this week. So if you want it, come get it. Hey, this is Johnny with Gift House. Let's work on a little bit of Mardi Gras. Here's my stash. I'll show you this while I'm waiting for my glue gun to heat up. But with Mardi Gras, purples, greens, and golds are the go-to, but they need to be a really deep gold, a deep emerald green, and a deep purple. You can see my ribbon here. I pulled some stuff that I'm going to use in the wreath. So I'm just kind of showing you what I've got in my stash, and we'll put it all together and make something really cool for Mardi Gras. Okay, so let's get started. Found this neat Mardi Gras sign. I think it might be backwards, but anyway, it says Mardi Gras. And I'm gonna attach it to the wreath on the top down here like this. And then I'll put my bow at an angle on the top. And with Mardi Gras, everything has to be big and bold. So let's make sure I got the top is right here. Pulling it down here because it's just easier to work with. And I'm just using floral wire. And I'm not concerned that that floral wire is showing right now because I'm gonna cover that up. Now this sign has a hole in the top and the bottom. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the bottom to secure it down here like that. So I took this floral wire right here. And I left it long because it's easier to work with, but I just kind of twisted it together like this. Get a little twist in here, and that's just to hold it together. Really serves no real purpose other than that. And then I take it and kind of twist it on the end too, because so it'll go through the wreath better. If I decide to put it through there, I think I just went around it though. But anyway, this keeps it together. So I say I've kind of got a thicker wire because that wire by itself is a little thin. So we'll put it through the hole right here like this. And twist it around one time. And then we'll just come around on that, but probably just gonna come around the inside on that, but I'm gonna put this one through because I want it to sit at an angle. Yep, that's what I want. So see how it's gonna kind of sit. If you can see that it'll sit at an angle, just like that. Let me get it attached, and then we'll make our bow. Okay, so now we're gonna get the bow maker out. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you can tell that my wreath base of choice is grapevine. So it makes a mess. It's got the leaves on there, kind of like that. So what I have here, I've got 3 ribbons. And I'm gonna start with this striped one here. I'm gonna put a gold in the middle. I'm gonna use this other striped one. And then I'm gonna bring this gold back to the top. Remember I said it's Mardi Gras, bold and bright. All right, and because this bow, I'm gonna do, because I've got 4, I do a 4, 3, 2, 1, which means I'm gonna have 4 loops on each side of the first one, 3, 2, and 1. And I'm gonna put 2 pipe cleaners together to tie it off because I'm gonna need quite a bit in order to be able to attach it properly to the wreath. So let me grab some pipe cleaners. I'll just use these green ones I've been using. And what I'm gonna do here with this is I'm just gonna twist this together like this. I mean, you don't have to get crazy with it either. And I'll fold it back in on itself to keep it from pulling apart. And since I don't have any long pipe cleaners, I just use 2 and make my own. All right, just like that. Put it in my Bodabra. Fold it under out of the way, and let's get started making this boat. Okay, so we're going to use this one first. I got to change my battery out on my glue gun. It died. I don't need it for this, but I will need it whenever I start putting everything in. Okay. All right, once again, don't really want any streamers because I'm going to have all my picks coming out around the bow and around the side. So I'm going to do about 8 inches. Well, that's probably about 10. Anyway, we'll cut it short. All right, so twist it because it has a front and back. I'm going to do probably about a 7-inch. Not measuring it, that looks like about 7 inches to me. Come in and twist. Twist. All right, that's 1. Keep it the same size. That's 2. Well, that's 1 on each side, not 2. So that's 1 on each side. Okay. 2. Twist. Twist. 3 on each side now. This is my 4th one. Twist it. And because this is my last loop, I'm not going to twist it, and it's going to be my tail. So I'm just going to push it down and cut it off. All right, so that's the base. So I was going to put the gold in next. You know what I've got? I actually have some two-inch gold that I'm going to use for down here. And we'll put that 1 inch, we'll bring it into. So here, I'm going to go with 3 loops. So that's 1 twist. Keep these about the same. Maybe come in about 1/2 inch. Not a lot, just come in just a little bit. Gives a little dimension to your bow. So that's 1 loop. I'm going to do 3. That's 2, twist. Third one on this side, I do have to twist it. But my third one on the left side, I'm not twisting because that's going to be my tail. And don't worry about it being smashed and all that. It's time to smash it down. I just got to have room to work because we're gonna fluff it all up once I get done. Okay. All right, then this next one here is gonna be 2. Not enough. I think I do. I'm gonna come in, this one's gonna be a little shorter also, so I'm coming in another 1/2 inch or so. That's 1. Twist. This is 2. Let's get down to the end. And twist it. All right, then I won't twist this last one. Just out of this. I'm not gonna twist this last one. Just gonna push it down like this. Cut it off. And then my last one is gonna be this 1.5 inch gold. Bring it in, twist it. Come in, another 1/2 inch. Twist it, come back over. Don't twist it because this is going to be a streamer. Okay. Cut it off. All right, so that's my bow. Now I just need to tie it off. This was pretty thick, so I'm going to do this pretty tight right here before I bring it up. Then I'm going to bring it up, and I always like to mash it a little bit. Some people don't, but I do. Bring it up and twist it off. Twist it off before we fluff it out. But you can see right now it's just kind of a hot mess, but that's because I kept it pushed down. Now let's make it pretty. Fluff it out. Oh, this one's going to be a pretty one. They all do usually turn out pretty. It's to me. And all that pretty gold and purple and green. So this will give you kind of an idea of what the bow's gonna look like. Of course, we'll do a little more adjusting. That's pretty. We'll do a little more adjusting when we get it on the wreath. All right, let's put it on. Here's my wreath. And like I said, I'm gonna put it up in the corner and use just like that. And I'm gonna use these pipe cleaners that I use to tie it off, to tie it onto the, get it right through there. There it is, right there. I'd like to have it up on the hanger. See, I can kind of turn it every how I want to once I get it tied off, but I have to tie it pretty tight because it's a heavy bow. All this ribbon and glitter. Oh gosh. Okay, we're good. All right, so there's the bow tied on. Now, don't worry about it, it's a little loose right now, and I will, whenever I start putting in the picks, it'll secure it up. What I am gonna do, so I can kind of see what's going on with it, I'm gonna go ahead and dovetail my ends. Okay. To me, it always makes a huge difference. Just taking these ends and cutting them in a V. Cut it a little shorter over towards the sign because I don't want to cover up the sign. These okay, there we go. All right, so here's the beginning. I mean, really and truly, if you wanted a simple Mardi Gras wreath, you could leave it just like it is. But I don't really do anything quite that simple. So let's figure out how we want to do our picks and which ones we want to use. So just give me a minute and I'll be right back. All right, so now we're going to start putting our picks in. And what I have done is I've taken one of these, one of these, and then a smaller one that I have, and just pretty much, I'll show you down here, pretty much just tore it all apart. Now I have a pick machine, so you'll see on some of these smaller pieces I have used a pick, but you don't really have to. And here's one right here that I didn't do, so I'm gonna run over and do that real quick. But I'm gonna work these in, and I tore it apart because I want to control where I put it. So I don't want just a big clump of stuff in one place. All right, so see, my pick machine. It's a floral pick machine. They're a little expensive. I wouldn't suggest buying one. You could use the wooden picks with the wire that you can get at craft store, or you could just use some toothpicks, wire them on there, whatever. But just some way to stabilize that. And you know, if your wreath is tight enough, you really don't even have to do that. I probably didn't even have to do it. But anyway, we're gonna work these in. Now what I like to do is I like to start with my bigger pieces in the back, and then I'll work my way forward with the thinner, even though they're long, I'll work them in, and then I'll put the smaller pieces closer to the bow. All right, so let's work them in. Now, I have 3 of each, and that's what we're gonna start with right now. I have pretty much 3 of each. Then I have a piece that came out of one that's kind of gonna work as a center piece coming out right here. But for now, I'm gonna do 1 on each side and 1 in the middle. Now, got my glue gun right here. I use a glue gun. You'll see on a lot of these videos, people use those glue pots, but I honestly hadn't had much success with that. But I like to use a good bit of glue on here. So let's come off to the side here and just stick it in. Stick it in my bow. All right, so that's 1. And since that's coming out this way, I'm gonna come down here with 1. Here's my next one. And once again, you know, this is our starting point, so we'll probably be adding some more stuff in. Got that a little too long. So let's cut some of that off. Fold up on me. Glue on here. Come up under here. Like this. Stick it in. Same distance out the bottom as coming out the top. And with this next one, the same thing, except I'm going to go right in the middle there. Basically spacing everything out pretty evenly. So get my glue here. Put the glue on here really well. Come in behind this bow as best as I can. There we go. Just slide right down in there. All right, so there is my 3 larger pieces spaced fairly evenly. Let's see. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take these. I'm going to put them in the kind of in the middle of them. Honestly, I might only use 2. I don't know. We'll see. Or I may have to come down underneath the bow a little bit with these. See how that feels in that middle? Or in between these 2, rather? Not necessarily the middle. Weave this up in here some. Started raining again, so it may be a little difficult to hear me. I don't know. I listened to the first part of the video back and it didn't seem to be a problem, but we'll see. Now I need one right here. And when I'm going out over here, all I'm doing is putting the glue on the thick. Let's bring this one down in here like this. And that's it. I'm trying to keep some form with it too. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this other one over here. Once we get it all done, you won't be able to tell that there's two on one side and one on another. So we're going to put a lot of stuff up in here. Trying to fight me just a tad. It's all right, we'll fix it. Push down in there. All right. So there's that. Remember, this is Mardi Gras. It's got to have a little bit of chaos going on. So we're not concerned with the fact that it's going all which ways. We kind of like that. All right, now let's put in, I think I'm going to put this over here, right in here, just like this, and it will kind of offset some of this to this side. See how this looks kind of full and this looks kind of sparse? So we're going to stick this one right over there. Right up in here. I'm going to give you a little peek into the back part of this thing. I just want to make sure that I'm securing this stuff in there good. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just go back into the back and I'll just throw some glue in there. Help secure it in there. Because once that glue dries, it's pretty much not going anywhere. It doesn't matter how much you put in there. You're not going to see it anyway. All right. Yeah, let's go in with some of these smaller pieces. See, I'm just filling in where I think it needs something. I got fern over here, so I'm going to need a little fern down here probably. Just add this, maybe not down there, we'll see where we're going to put it. Just get the glue on there. You know what? Let's put it like right down, put it right over here. All right, now, this is starting to look a little fuller than this, so I got to spruce this up over here. I'll put some of this up over here. And I will probably come in with some more of this kind of stuff. this, I think I'm gonna put, actually I think I'm gonna put this purple leaf right in there. That's pretty. Don't worry if you're mashing your bow up and all that too, because, and don't worry that it's hidden a little bit. Okay, this green leaf in over here. Gold one, I'm going to put it down close to the bottom. See how I'm kind of trying to distribute my colors too. Okay, so now, stand back and look at it. I can see I need a little something here and I need a little more right over here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep it with the same theme, so I'm gonna get some more of these. Actually, I think I'm gonna use maybe another one of the bigger ones. This is what I was talking about. Oh wait, I have some more here. A couple more of these too that I can put in there. Good deal. Put the green one up in there too. All right, so I'm gonna need at least one more of these. And let me show you what I was talking about, pulling them apart. You see here we have a pick, and because it's taped, I can just pull it apart like that. And I don't have to clip it all. And it's got to go right up in there. So I'm gonna clip this off some because I need it to push down in there pretty good. And I may even have to take the wreath off of the board to get this in place, but that's okay. Maybe not, let's see. No, I'm not gonna have to, I think. All right. Might be, yeah, I'm gonna have to take it out because it needs to go down even more in there. That's all right, I can do that. Okay, so that did bring it out a little higher on the top, and that's okay because what I'm going to do is bring something up in here. And I'm going to have distributed the way I want it. Okay, go here like this. And I just need something right here. And I can actually use another one of these. I'll just go ahead and pull it off. And you see how these are kind of floppy? What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take them and I'm gonna wrap them around. You know, flopping everywhere, even though it's a little crazy anyway. Wrap them around up in here so they'll stand up. All right, so that's my piece right there. I'm gonna just cut it off a little. Glue on here. I actually pull this wreath off because I need to work with it, need to work it in back here. Okay, just like that. I think that's gonna do it. Yep, that gives me the effect I want, and let me secure it a little better. Remember, sometimes I have to take that glue and just put it all up in there. All right, so I think that's probably enough to round it out. I might need a little bit like right in here. So let's take a piece of this other one. And it's the same situation. See, I can just take this right here. Tear it off. Of course, that's the little gold. I need color over here. So let's take this. You know what? Let's do this. Let's clip this top part. All right. So see, look what I'm doing. These come off individually, but I really want all the colors. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these down, and I'm not worried about it because I can use these others somewhere else. I'm just going to clip it off right here. And so that gives me actually two with all the colors. I'm gonna use this one right here, and I'm gonna put it down here just like that. Oh yeah, I like that better. So that gives me a little more dimension off to this side like I've got over here. I need just a few more, maybe just a little more. I don't know, I think I do. Nope, I don't think I do. All right, let's see, we've got these cool things here I think we're gonna work in. Maybe one of them like right up here. These came off one of the pigs too. Oh yeah, I like that. That's cool looking. All right, and then I've got another one. I could probably, yeah, I've got these two left. Maybe one like right in here. Maybe I'll do this one there. Well, yeah, let's do that one up there. Just bring it right down in here, watching all this stuff. I need to go in front. Right down in there. Okay. And then maybe I'll do the other one. Yeah, right over in here. Well, that's a full release. take our bow, fluff it up a little more, a little dimension. Now, don't be concerned, it's all wild and crazy, because Mardi Gras, all wild and crazy. I actually have this. I wish I could figure out some way to use it. Maybe that's too much, maybe. If I can pull it in. It would be really pretty. Oh, now I kind of like that. I wonder, hold on a second. I have these pick stems. No. A little crazy here. Tell you what I do like. I do like those. I think I do want a fleur-de-lis coming up right up in there. And I have one here on a long stem out of one of these others. All right, so there's my fleur-de-lis. Put some glue on it. Let's stick it right up in here. Just right in amongst all this other stuff. A little extra glue on there, and it's not going anywhere. Okay, so back up and look at it. Oh yeah. I like that a lot. Okay. All right, so there pretty much is our Mardi Gras wreath. And I will go in behind everything and stabilize a few things, because there's been a little bit of a problem with that, but that's okay. I can fix that. I actually, what I do is I use moss. I have a basket of moss that I can go in, and then I'll just glue it in around behind it. You won't see it anyway, and stabilize it, but I won't keep you on while I do that. So here is the finished wreath for Mardi Gras. Wild and crazy, just like Mardi Gras. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon.